Today we're talking about 3 reasons why performing artists accept gigs. If you're new to this channel, my name's Peter. I'm a performing artist. I'm a clown, and I juggle and clown and do all weird sorts of stuff, and people pay me for it. But you don't have to be a clown or a circus artist to find this video educational. We're gonna be talking about performing artists in general for the next couple videos. Be sure to watch this entire video through because I'll be giving my own personal experience choosing to work for each reason that we're going to be talking about. Some of the gigs I'll be talking about are kind of funny, like the time I performed at a funeral as a clown. So let's get right into it and talk about the 3 reasons we accept gigs as performing artists. Reason number 1, the most important reason why us as performing artists do gigs. The money, capitalism. Yes, it is true. We have to make money. Some of us, as performing artists, try to make a living doing what we love. 80 to 90% of my gigs, I'm trying to make what I'm worth as an artist. And there are many, many tricks of the trade of how to do that, which we will talk about in another video. I work for an agency that provides corporate entertainment for pretty big clients. And I am so grateful for the work that they provide for me. 9 out of 10 times, all I'm doing is juggling and walking around and smiling. And while it hits my financial needs to accept a gig, does it really give me self-worth? You know, being this commodified circus human object? Not really, but it pays the bills. And therefore, I accept the gig. Enough said. Actually, I bought these pants because, look at these pants. I bought those for that company because I think they look fantastic. Reason number 2 is it benefits you as an artist. I'm actually gonna give 3 examples here. This is a very generalized reason, right? So years ago, I did a walk for Tourette's. And at the time, my partner's family, like in their genetics, had Tourette's, like it was something passed down. And I thought it was important for me to support that cause because it was important to my partner at the time. Did the association pay me my rate? No, it was heavily discounted, but I thought it was important and that's why I accepted the gig. Another example is maybe this gig gives you promotional material. So years ago, I did a performance for Webster Hall, which was a big nightclub at the time, right in the heart of New York City. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that performance, it sucked. If I still have the video, I'll overlay it, I'll use it as B-roll, but I'm kind of embarrassed about it. It wasn't the best performance. However, to this day, on my website, I still put the Webster Hall logo as one of my previous clients. That is a big venue that has a lot of historical value in New York City. The last example I want to give you has to deal with accolades, badges of honor. And as a support clown, I thought this was very, very important. My first gig after the pandemic was, I was a clown for a funeral. So I think on the bash.com, which is a lead generation site for performers and other artists, I got this gig request that was for a funeral that said something like, "The kids are so upset. We need something." Normally on these websites, performers respond within 30 minutes tops. Like you'll get 5 different requests all within the first hour. With this gig, I waited a full 24 hours to see if anyone would respond, and they had 0 requests. I think the reason is because there is just this awkwardness about it being a funeral. But as a support clown, it doesn't matter if it's a funeral. If there are kids that need entertainment, by golly, I'm gonna be there. I was the only person to give them a quote. After talking to the client, they couldn't pay me my rate, but there was a very good reason why I accepted, which is I really wanted that review. I am so proud of this moment in my life. I can now say that I do everything from birthday parties to funerals as a clown. One other fun fact about this was I did post about it online, and a ton of other performers was like, "Oh my God, that is so amazing. Like, I wish I had that opportunity." And the thing is, they got the lead. They just chose not to respond to it because it was awkward. It was an awkward thing. But I am a support clown, and I don't care if it's a funeral. So I'm just gonna pat myself on the back, and let's move on to the next reason. The last reason we accept gigs as performing artists is fun. As a professional entertainer, I encourage you to only accept gigs for fun once a year. My example of a fun gig, a gig that I will never use the photos or video of in my promotional material, is Fractal Fest. I was a performer. I got a comp ticket, which, you know, was like 250 bucks at the time. That's kind of nice. But I was in the performer group. All the other performers were fire performers, and they would do stuff at night with like the musicians and the stage. And me, I was like, no. I want to be a clown. I want to do the family-friendly entertainment at dinner time. So I would perform in the daytime, and there would be this long line for when people would get food, and I would just do a little show. And I had all these kids help me in the show. It was very different than what other performers provided for the festival, and that's why they liked me. But here's the thing, like, I'm only gonna do that once a year. Accepting that gig for fun blocks out those dates. It means I'm not working on marketing, I'm not accepting gigs for those dates. It eats up my time. And especially in summer where we're getting a lot of gigs, you can't do that often. Otherwise, come the end of the year, you're like, I didn't make enough. You gotta start thinking about picking up part-time work or, you know, delivering food. Who knows? And there's nothing wrong with that either. If you need that supplemental income, by all means, go for it. But yeah, those are our 3 reasons. If you are an artist, give me some examples of your work that you've done for the above reasons in the comments below. And of course, if you are doing a lot of gigs for reasons 2 and 3, you might not be making what you're worth as a performing artist. And that can be troublesome if we are trying to do this full time. So be sure to check out the next video where we talk about when it's okay to make discounts for our rates. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.